Radiation controls climate and through most probably formation of cloud cover.
It's very interesting after nearly 8 years of work that we finally got to this phase of trying to understand these experiments. All the bits and pieces was done over nearly a year. So it's not like from one day to another you all of a sudden jumps up and says, fantastic, we got the result. It's not like that. It's actually hard work. Don't you think? I mean, there's always a degree of uncertainty when you do experiments because you are constantly questioning everything you're doing, whether it's right and wrong. But we have been very, very careful, and we have done many tests on these ideas. So I think, I truly think that we have found a very, very important mechanism. And the mechanism was a big surprise how it actually worked. It's far. I mean, this is 0.34 ppb. Wow. So it's very, very low. What we find when we mimic a higher flux of cosmic rays is that we actually produce more aerosols in the chamber. This actually means that cosmic rays are producing aerosols, and these are the aerosols which are responsible for forming clouds in the real atmosphere. Through our experiments, we have found a new form for atmospheric chemistry, which we think is responsible for the formation of new aerosols and therefore also for clouds in the Earth's atmosphere. And it shows that events in the universe are driving climate here on Earth to an extent that has never been understood before.
A large part of the clouds that we see in the sky is really a result of this process that we have investigated experimentally. But of course, now we have to see how other colleagues react to our findings, and that will be very interesting to see how this work will be received. But I think we have done a very good work, and I'm very pleased that how everybody has been working on this project. So this is a culmination of many years of work. This is really nice.
We thought we had a really scientific breakthrough in the understanding of how cosmic rays affect the Earth's cloud cover and therefore also the Earth's climate. But for very strange reasons, we could not get the paper published. I think we submitted it 4 times to different journals, and we still could not get these results published.
Henrik Sevensmark and his group had very nice results, and I would have expected them to be published immediately, a few months after they found it. Instead, it took them 16 months to publish it, and the reason, I think, is because of reluctance of the climate community as a whole, in particular those who are supporting the anthropogenic greenhouse gas theory, to accept the idea that this new theory which is already shown to be supported by a lot of empirical evidence, is also supported by experimental evidence.
The most frustrating part about the rejections was that there was no real critique that we had done anything wrong. It was things like, it's not interesting, it's too long. There was no real critique of the ideas, so therefore this type of rejection was even more frustrating.
Editors are sometimes remarkably naive about these things, but I think they really should look into these things, and when a negative report is conspicuously without substance, they should ask the referee to clarify it. This has a new dimension now that global warming is a political issue. Things become politically incorrect, and in the United States at least we have cases of good solid research on global warming being refused for publication because somebody has made up his mind that that isn't the way it is and you can't publish. I think this is not only unfortunate for the author, it's unfortunate for the country and the world as a whole, because this is a problem we had better get straight so we know what to do.
Finally, I think after more than a year of waiting, we got the paper published in the Royal Society. At the end of this journey, I can now say with great confidence, yes, we have found a very beautiful solution to the cloud mystery. And what remains a mystery is when the rest of the climate community will understand that far greater powers are controlling the climate from the outside.
The sun affects climate here on Earth. The Milky Way affects climate here on Earth. And if we want to understand what's going on, we have to take these factors into account. It's beautiful because instead of us living here in this isolated planet, we're part of this galactic ecosystem. We're witnessing what's going on around us.
These ideas are showing that the Earth is no longer just an isolated little island floating around in the universe. We are part of the big universe, and the processes that are going on there, like star formation on the long time scales, or changes in the solar activity, will all affect the Earth's climate. And it can have very large changes in the Earth's climate because of this.